In 1963, a bomb ripped through a church in Alabama, killing 4 innocent black girls as they prayed. The culprits? The Ku Klux Klan, or KKK. Who were these hooded figures that spread fear across America? How did they become a symbol of hate? And why does their story still matter today? In this video, we uncover the dark history of the KKK. Stay with us for a journey into a chilling past. The year is 1865. The American Civil War has ravaged the nation, leaving the South in ruins. Slavery is officially abolished with the 13th Amendment, and Black Americans are stepping into a new era of freedom. For the first time, they gain citizenship and voting rights under the 14th and 15th Amendments. This period, known as Reconstruction, aimed to rebuild the Union and integrate formerly enslaved people into society. However, deep-seated resentment simmered among many white Southerners who lost the war. They viewed these changes as a threat to their way of life. Economic hardship, political upheaval, and racial prejudice created a volatile environment. Secret societies began to form as a means of resistance. In Pulaski, Tennessee, 6 former Confederate soldiers gathered, seeking camaraderie in defeat. Little did they know, their casual meetings would birth one of America's most infamous hate groups. How could victory in war lead to such division? In the small town of Pulaski, Tennessee, the Ku Klux Klan was born as a social club for bored veterans. The name Ku Klux came from the Greek word kiklos, meaning circle, and Klan for clan. They donned white robes and hoods, mimicking ghosts to scare superstitious locals. At first, their antics were harmless pranks, riding through the night, startling people. But as racial tensions escalated, their focus shifted. The Klan targeted newly freed Black Americans, aiming to restore white dominance. They intimidated voters, disrupted schools, and enforced unwritten laws of segregation. Membership grew rapidly, attracting those disillusioned by defeat. The group's secrecy and rituals gave it a mystique. What started as fun quickly morphed into organized terror. Why did these men turn to violence? The answer lies in fear of losing power in a changing world. This transformation marked the beginning of a dark legacy. The KKK's primary goal was to suppress Black advancement and maintain white supremacy. They opposed Reconstruction policies granting rights to freed slaves. Night raids became their signature, where masked members would harass Black families, destroy property, and prevent voting. They burned crosses as intimidation symbols. One early tactic was spreading rumors of supernatural powers to exploit fears. The group expanded beyond Tennessee, forming chapters across the South. They targeted not just Black people, but also white Republicans supporting equality. Violence escalated. Whippings, beatings, and murders. In 1866, the Klan's first major wave of terror began, coinciding with midterm elections. They aimed to influence politics by fear. How effective were they? In many areas, Black voter turnout dropped dramatically. This era showed how hate could undermine democracy. The Klan's activities were a direct backlash to progress, revealing deep societal divisions that persist. Nathan Bedford Forrest, a former Confederate general, became the KKK's first Grand Wizard in 1867. Known for his ruthless tactics during the war, including the Fort Pillow massacre where Black soldiers were slaughtered, Forrest brought military discipline to the group. He organized the Klan into a hierarchical structure with local dens and state realms. Rituals, oaths, and codes strengthened loyalty. The white robes symbolized purity and anonymity. Under Forrest, the Klan's violence intensified, targeting political opponents. They used intimidation to control elections and suppress uprisings. Forrest denied direct involvement, but his leadership fueled growth. By 1869, membership reached hundreds of thousands. What drove such organization? Fear of Black rule and economic loss. The Klan became a paramilitary force against Reconstruction. Ironically, Forrest disbanded it in 1869, citing excess violence. But the damage was done, setting a template for future hate groups. During Reconstruction, 1865 to 1877, the KKK unleashed widespread terror. They patrolled nights, enforcing curfews on Black people. Lynchings became common, with victims hung from trees as warnings. The Klan attacked Freedmen's Bureau schools, burning them to deny education. In Louisiana and South Carolina, they massacred Black militias. One infamous event, the 1866 Memphis Massacre, where Klansmen killed 46 Black people. They also targeted white carpetbaggers from the North. The goal was to restore pre-war social order. Violence peaked in 1868 elections, suppressing black votes. How did this affect society? It delayed racial progress for decades. Congress responded with the Ku Klux Klan Act of 1871, empowering federal troops to arrest members. Trials exposed the group's horrors. By 1872, the first Klan was largely dismantled, but their legacy of fear lingered, influencing future generations of white supremacists. The federal crackdown in 1871 marked the first Klan's decline. President Grant suspended habeas corpus in some areas, allowing mass arrests. Over 3,000 indictments followed, though convictions were few due to sympathetic juries. Forrest publicly disavowed the group, but damage was irreversible. The Klan went underground, but its ideas persisted in Jim Crow laws. How did it survive? Through cultural infiltration and secret networks. The end of Reconstruction in 1877 allowed Southern states to enact discriminatory laws. Black voting rights were curtailed via poll taxes and literacy tests. The Klan's terror had achieved its goal, delaying equality. Yet this was not the end. The seeds of hate would sprout again in the 20th century. What lessons from this era? Vigilantism thrives in division, but law can prevail. The first Klan's fall showed that unity against hate is possible, though incomplete. In 1915, the KKK revived, inspired by the film The Birth of a Nation, which portrayed them as heroes. William J. Simmons founded the second Klan atop Stone Mountain, Georgia. Membership exploded to 4 million by the 1920s, extending beyond the South. They targeted not only Black Americans, but immigrants, Catholics, and Jews amid post-WWI nativism. Parades, cross-burnings, and political influence defined this era. In 1925, 40,000 marched in Washington, D.C. They endorsed candidates and enforced moral codes. Economic fears fueled growth. The Klan positioned itself as protectors of Americanism. Violence persisted. Lynchings peaked, with over 400 black victims in the decade. How did cinema ignite hate? The film romanticized the Klan, ignoring realities. Internal scandals like embezzlement led to decline by 1930. But the second Klan normalized extremism in mainstream society. The 1950s saw the third Klan emerge against the civil rights movement. They bombed homes, churches, and buses to halt integration. In 1963, the Birmingham church bombing killed 4 girls, galvanizing national outrage. In 1964, the Mississippi murders of 3 activists exposed Klan brutality. The FBI's COINTELPRO infiltrated and disrupted them. Informants and wiretaps led to arrests. By the 1970s, membership plummeted due to lawsuits and public disdain. Today, splintered groups number under 5,000. How did they fall? Civil rights laws, media exposure, and societal shift against racism. Yet, echoes persist in modern extremism. The KKK story warns of hate's persistence. We must vigilantly promote equality to prevent resurgence. What safeguards democracy? Education, justice, and unity. The Klan's decline proves hate can be defeated, but vigilance is eternal.